Pretend that I don't see you. Look the other way when you walk in the room.
Today I thought I'd show you guys what my current heavy rotation makeup is. This is just the way that I've been doing my makeup on sort of a daily basis and the particular products that I have in rotation that I'm using right now. No makeup on right now, my skin is just moisturized and ready to go, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna use is the 100% Pure Tinted Moisturizer in White Peach, and I've used this in lots of previous videos, but as you can see, I'm really just trying to use this one up. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer because it's like the dead of winter and I feel like I'm battling dull skin, dull hair, dull everything. So I'm just gonna mix the two of these together and apply it all over with my fingers. Now that my base is on, I'm gonna go in with a combination of two products I also have used a bunch in previous videos, but they're still just what I have in rotation. It's the Studio 78 concealer in Off We Go and a little bit of the My Shell concealer in cream, kind of on my cheeks and around my nose and chin because I'm not using anything except that tinted moisturizer, which has pretty light coverage. And then I'm going to blend all this in with a Real Techniques Expert face brush. So that is my base done. I'm gonna move on to something that I haven't really talked about on my channel yet. It is the Alima Pure Bronzer in Mauna Loa. I'm gonna use it today to show you what it looks like on my skin. And the reason that I decided to put it as kind of my heavy rotation makeup is because I have been using it, and what made me decide to start using it more was the brush that I have been using to apply it with. So I had been using a bigger fluffy brush. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. And it's a very, very light bronzer, which is why I think I'm still not overly enthused about it. But when I switched to applying it with a denser brush, this is the Real Techniques multitask brush, I found that I got a bit of a better application, and I went through, or I have been going through a period of time in the last couple of weeks where I'm like, oh, maybe I actually do really like this. I still am not sure, but I'm going to kind of just contour and bronze up my face with this bronzer and the Real Techniques multitask brush.
Pretend that I don't see you. Look the other way when you walk in the room. I pretend that I'm lost in thought while I sneak a look out of the corner of my eye.
So as you can see, I don't even know if it's gonna pick up with the lighting and on the camera, but it's a very, very light bronzer. And we are in the dead of winter. I'm pretty much as pale as I'm going to get. So if there's ever a time of year for me to wear this bronzer, now would be the time. I was sort of finding that my Studio 78, which is my go-to kind of holy grail all-natural bronzer, was looking a bit dark for my skin tone right now. But yeah, if I were pressed, I probably would not get this again. It might even make it into my next disappointing products video, which I'm actually getting ready to do another one of those. And I think that if you're very fair-skinned, you might end up liking something like Mauna Loa. I think it's probably comparable to something like the Body Shop's Honey Bronzer, which is a really, really good bronzer for fair-skinned people. So if you're very pale, although, I mean, I'm quite pale, I'm usually the second to lightest shade that there is in something, second or third sometimes, depending on the time of year and how much color I have to my skin. But yeah, there's not a lot of color here, and it's a loose mineral product, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I've been trying to give it a full test drive before I fully discount it, so it has been in my daily makeup rotation. So for cheeks, the go-to thing I've been reaching for is my Gressa Lip Boost in Bare, which I have swatched and talked about in my 5-product face video. I've really been reaching for this on an everyday basis for lips and cheeks, so I'll show you how I'm going to apply it. Because it is quite a dry formula, but the pigmentation is great and the lasting power is great, which is why I like it on the cheeks, I need some kind of balm I feel, because I like the way glossy cheeks look. So I've been using a little bit of my wax leans. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit of the wax lean, kind of work it into my cheeks, work this into my cheeks with 2 of my fingers, and then blend it out with a stippling brush. Another option, which is very, very similar in color to the Lip Boost in Bare, is the Ilia Tinted Lip Conditioner in Blossom Lady, which is, you can see I've almost used it up. I really, really like this. So I will also, if I don't want to do the wax lean plus the lip boost, I'll just do this right on the cheeks and blend it out. So another option for you. For highlighter, I've really exclusively been reaching for my deluxe sample of the Well People Bio Brightener Stick. This is a gorgeous, kind of very subtle, everyday highlight, and I think it's not too in your face. It works really well all over without making you look shimmery. So I'm just gonna apply this all the normal places: top of the cheekbones, under the brows, corner of the eye, nose, Cupid's bow. I sometimes will put this all over the lids if I'm not going to be doing any eyeliner, but today I am going to be doing a little thin black liquid line. So I'm going to skip this on the eyelids, but I will do that sometimes as well. For brows, I have been experimenting with something a little bit different. So I got a couple samples of EcoBrow, which someone who comments on my videos, watches and comments on my videos, had mentioned to me, and I had heard about it before. The Detox Market sells this product, and it comes in 4 different colors, and I actually have samples of 3 of them. I have the lightest color, which is called Maran, and it's a taupe for blondes or fair-skinned brunettes. And then I have Penelope, which is their most universal color, and it's kind of a chocolatey brown. And then I also have Liz, which is their darkest color, and it's kind of a blackened brown. And then they have one for redheads, which clearly is not for me. I'm still kind of playing around with it, and I'm gonna show you how I apply it and what it looks like on my brows today. It's probably not going to be a mainstay in my makeup routine for 2 reasons. One, because I am a mix of 2 colors. I don't like either one of these alone, but together I do really like it. Marilyn and Liz, the lightest and the darkest color. And also, so it's a brow pomade, so it's a little bit more high maintenance for daily wear than just wearing a brow powder. I find brow powder to be just the quickest, easiest daily way for me to fill in my brows, and the EcoBrow or any kind of brow pomade. It gives you kind of a fuller, more polished, evening out kind of brow. But for every day, it does, for me, I find, take a little bit longer to do. And also part of the problem is I don't have a proper thin angled eyeliner brush, which is on my list to get. I'm gonna go get the MAC one. I think it's like the MAC 266 or something. So I have this flat top synthetic Laura Mercier brush. If any of you have been beauty junkies for a long time, this is the brush that you were supposed to buy with her cake liner to do the tight lining, like circa 2004, 2005. That was like a whole beauty thing. I also apply still a little layer of the All Natural Face Vegan Brow Wax to kind of prep the eyebrows for product, and then I find that it's really essential to comb the wax through and then comb the pomade through to give it the most natural look. So here's how I do it. So that is about as much patience as I have for dealing with my eyebrows today. So the next thing I'll do is go in with some liquid liner. I don't do this every day, but if I'm going out, going into my office, or even kind of going out to run errands, I kind of like to wear eyeliner. It's one of my things. So if I don't put on eyeliner, I will just swipe something over the lids, either the Well People highlighter, or I have a sample that's still going strong of the RMS eyeshadow in Solar, which is a really, really pretty gold color. I'll just swipe a layer of this all over the lids, and I think it gives a really pretty sheen. Or I'll do a layer of my RMS Buriti bronzer on my lids or something like that, just to give my lids a bit of sheen and gloss to them if I'm not wearing liquid liner. So I'm gonna do liquid liner today, and you guys have seen me do this a bunch of times. It's quite hard for me to capture fully on camera, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay, now I need two hands, so I'll be right back. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is tightline just the upper waterline with my Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes Eye Kohl in Onyx. This is amazing for tightlining or lining the upper waterline. And then on the lower waterline, I'm going to do, just for a little bit of definition, some of this Smashbox eyeliner pencil I have in Bronze Citrine. I'm honestly just trying to use this up. When this runs out, I'm gonna purchase another one of these Tarte eyeliners in kind of the bronzy light brown color they have, because I like that for lining my lower waterline during the day. Now it's just gonna be a curl of the lashes with the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler. You know, there was recently a post on No More Dirty Looks about, I don't know, it must have been a mascara related post, or how to make all natural mascaras work for you. It was in the last couple weeks. And one of the tips that whoever was writing it, I think it was Susanna Compton, gave was that she stopped curling her eyelashes because she found that it had been detracting from the quality of her lashes, or she felt like her lashes had been falling out. So I was like, maybe I'll see how my mascara performs without curling my lashes, because it's something I've been doing daily since I was probably 14 or 15. That is not an exaggeration. I tried one day not curling my lashes and wearing mascara, and I was like, oh, this is awful. Like, why would anyone ever recommend this? So honestly, for me, it makes a huge difference to curl my lashes. If you have naturally fanned out, lifted lashes, then I'm jealous of you, but I need to curl my lashes on a daily basis. For mascara, I currently have 3 open mascaras, and on any given day, I'll do 1 or all 3 of these. So I have the, and you've seen them all before in previous videos probably, I have my Alima Get Up and Grow, which is my go-to budget-friendly, low toxin, it rates a 2 mascara. And then I have the Well People Expressionist Bio Extreme Mascara. And then I talked about this in my January favorites. This is the Bare Minerals Flawless Definition Mascara. So today, I think I'm gonna go for 1 coat of the Alima Get Up and Grow, followed by 1 coat of the Bare Minerals Flawless Definition, so you guys can see this one in action since I talked about it in a previous video. So that is 2 coats of mascara on the top lashes, which is usually the most that I'll build it up on a day-to-day basis. Now I'm just going to do a little bit on the lower lashes as well. So another little step that I'll do, actually usually I do it before I put mascara on, is if I don't have anything on my lids, like I had mentioned, either the RMS Solar eyeshadow or the Buriti bronzer or anything like that, and I'm wearing eyeliner, I'll go over my lids and under my eyes with a light dusting of the RMS Unpowder. This is the translucent one. You may have heard that they recently came out with some tinted ones, which look really nice, but I'm just not in need. So I'll just take a little bit of this on a big fluffy Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brush and kind of pat this on the lids. Lastly, lips. I'm gonna go back to the Gressa Lip Boost in Bare. And again, because this is quite a dry formula, what I've been really liking to do is I will lay down a bit of this, kind of really pat it into the lips to get a good stain going, and then I like to go over it with a coat of the Bite Beauty lipstick in Musk, which is kind of a really amazing lipstick. The formulas of these are amazing. I just really have been reaching for this on a daily basis, so I'll show you what that looks like. So this is it, kind of my daily heavy rotation makeup over the last probably 2 or 3 weeks. These are the products I've been using to kind of just do my daily makeup. I will look forward to seeing you in another beauty video really soon. Thank you so much for liking and commenting and subscribing and reading the novel's worth of comments that I tend to write back to you because I'm procrastinating doing my real work. And yeah, it's just always great to see you guys and chat, and I'll look forward to seeing you really soon. Bye.